What's good, everybody? It's the Real AG with the Lightning Fast Fantasy Football Podcast, and we are going to continue on this Wednesday with my stanked rankings, looking at my wide receivers that I'm avoiding in my drafts for 2025. And bing, boom, bam, there's my list, ladies and gentlemen. The stank rank wide receivers I got are Tyreek Hill with Miami, Drake London with Atlanta, Terry McLaurin with Washington, and Zay Flowers with Baltimore. So just kind of quickly explaining why these guys got that stank about them. With Tyreek Hill, we all know he's coming off a very disappointing 2024. I think the Tyreek Hill optimists are wanting you to buy into the fact that he played through an injury and ultimately had corrective surgery this offseason. But I'm not buying into that hype. And when you just look at the sample size of what he's done in Miami, everything has been declining or regressing every year he's been there. And you couple that with the fact that the deep ball threat is going away for Tyreek, and that he just flat out quit on his team last year. Whole mess of red flags for me to let someone else take the risk on the cheetah in my drafts this year. With Drake London, he has a little bit of a different story because he definitely performed last year, damn near 1,300 yards and 9 touchdowns. But he's currently, wide receiver 9, ADP of 20.8. So he's being drafted like the 39 targets he saw in the 3-game Penix sample. Pause if needed is going to lead to this year-long plethora of targets. And I think that just glosses over the fact that those 3 games were against subpar defenses, and Penix is still a very largely untested QB in this league. So again, just a whole lot of risk for wide receiver 9 and second, third round pick on a wide receiver. With Scary T, everyone knows he's got the looming contract holdout, and just traditionally speaking, a player that's about to be 30 holding out during the regular preseason does not bode well for a successful fantasy regular season. And then you couple that with Scary T is much like James Cook in that in 2024, he grossly outperformed the way the Commanders use him. So, that just makes him an easy void when you couple all those factors together for your draft. And then with Zay Flowers, he's certainly a little lower tiered wide receiver on the list, but you look at what he's done, he's averaged, 12 PPR points per game in the 2 years he's been in Baltimore. They just added D-Hop. They're committed to the run, and Lamar has already shown that he doesn't need to pepper one receiver to win MVP. So I don't think we see any uptick in Zay's usage anymore, and he needs to be treated like a high-end wide receiver 3. So that is my stank rankings on wide receivers, ladies and gentlemen. As always, like the video, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. Peace.